Number patterns. Well, this set of number patterns is for my junior and middle school students. It will help them in maths and for mental calculations. I hope they find it very interesting. Question number 10 and 11 are challenge questions for which I have not given much hint, and the students are supposed to do it on their own. They should get it after doing the first 9 questions with help, right? Here is question number 1. Input-output number pattern. So these are all input-output number patterns. Let me explain what they are. In this, we give you a table where one column is input, the other one is output, right? When we say input-output number pattern, we are trying to figure out the relation between input and output. If one is input, output is 2. How are they related? This is what we are trying to figure out. A. Complete the table below. So here I have not given these 3 terms which a student can fill in, right? Looking into the patterns. For example, output is going up by 2 each time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on, right? Describe the input-output pattern. That is part B. So you have to describe how do you get 4 from 2. Input is 2, output is 4. How are they related? 3 to 6. How is 3 related to 6? This is describe input-output pattern. Write the pattern rule in 2 different ways. You can write pattern rules for inputs. Start at 1, go up by 1 each time. Outputs start at 2, go up by 2 each time. Or from input to output. So do you see some relation? Times 2. 4 times 2 is 8, 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times 2. Correct? Find the 10th and 50th term. Use your pattern rule to find 10th and 50th term. And this is what you have to do for the following 10 questions. Correct? So I hope you enjoy this journey of learning how to do number patterns. And then we'll move on to more complicated questions. Okay? Thank you and all the best. Here are my solutions. First, complete the table below. So when I see the pattern, output, it is 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2, 6, plus 2, 8, plus 2 should be 10. And so I get set of even numbers. Do you see? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Like this, I can move on, correct? And fill it up. Now, part B is describe input-output pattern. That is, how do I get, if I put in 2, how do I get 4? How do I get 6 from 3? And how do I get 8 from 4? So that is what I need to describe. So it seems to be simple. If I double it, I get the number, right? So we can write input times 2 equals to output, right? That should work. That should work. So 7 times 2 is, let me double it, 14. So, oh yeah, it works. 12 plus 2 is 14. So it works, correct? So it is a good pattern. See, write the pattern rule in 2 different ways. So what we can do is, look here, output patterns we can write like this. Let me write first output pattern, right? Output pattern. Output pattern in 2 different. See, double the input. Double, D-U-B-L-E, the input, right? So let's double the input. So if it is 5, 10, do you see? Times 2. Double the input is one pattern. And second is input times 2, right? So that is the next pattern. So 7 times 2 is 14, correct? Now then 10th term and 50th term. So how do you get 10th term? We will use our pattern. You can double, right? See, 10 times 2 is 20. So 20th term should be, 10th term should be 20. How about 50th term? 50th term will be 50 times 2 and you get 100, right? So you get 100. So 100 is your 50th term. So that is how you can do this question. You follow a similar method and do rest of the questions, correct? It will give you a good practice. And then we see how fast you can do similar questions. Thank you and all the best.